Good evening. It's Thursday, September the 3rd, 2009. I'm Da Vinci, and good news on the market, of course. Silver and gold is up big time. Silver, new 52 week high, and gold also reached $999.50. Just 50 cents shy of $1,000. Of course, that's great news. However, I'm not selling any of my gold or any of my silver right now, so I don't know how much of the good news that is. You have to be able to notice your profits, not just in dollars terms, but in real goods. Because at the end of the day, you want real goods, not dollars or gold or silver. So wherever your money is, it has to be someplace where you're going to receive value. And I believe, my personal opinion, you'll always receive relative value to everything else with gold and silver. So, anyways, a few articles that I've seen are thanks to a few of my viewers sending me some messages. China is now advertising on television for their citizens to buy gold and silver like crazy. So this is obviously good news for silver and gold. China obviously knows that the dollar is not worth anything, and if they can get their citizens to trade their yuan for dollars to then purchase gold and silver, because the dollar is the world reserve currency, the Chinese central bank is holding those dollars for anything that the Chinese people want to buy that is priced in dollars. So, if they convince their public to purchase gold and silver and save that, they will take their yuan that they have saved, convert it to US dollars, which they'll take a small fee, and then purchase the gold and silver. And this is how they get rid of, another way that they can get rid of their dollars and save face. So, and not lose value as well, because the value maintains inside of the country. Now, they've gravely miscalculated, because they should have done this a long time ago, because the United States can go, okay, let's just print away and reset the value of the money, and find someone to start dumping the dollars, and then the whole thing just collapses before they receive value for those $2 trillion that they have in US dollars. So that is my opinion on that particular subject. Also, I'm reading this book, Ayn Rand. It's the only fiction book that I've read that has mentioned the scam of paper money. Figures. No other book or any fiction story I've ever seen or read has mentioned it in passing or otherwise. Ever. Also, I really like this book because I think it's right up there with The Matrix. I think I'm going to read this a couple of times. I really loved it, and I like what they have to say in there. I'm not 100% convinced that what she's trying to convey is correct, but I do see where she's going with it, and I do understand. I'm currently just after the part. If you've already read the book, I'm after the part where Daphne has realized that she has to dismantle her railroad that she's worked so hard to build to Colorado, and it's a really good story. I think I was pretty shocked with what was happening with all the industrialists in in the story, and I couldn't understand why they were disappearing. Now I do understand why they're disappearing. It's sort of like the real reason why I've contemplated just like quitting it, just stop working, and live off the government, right? Because I can, really. I can just take out my goal and say plead poverty, and then say, hey, give me the money, right? Show me the money, and I can live well, right? And live off of other people's effort, like the day traders do. They don't realize it, but they are living off of traders that do not know how to trade. It's a zero-sum game when they day trade, meaning there's always a loser for them to win. So they're not producing anything real, like someone who makes things and receives value for it. And you know what? At first I respected it as another job, but I'm starting after reading this book to not respect it as much as I did. I think it's like somebody taking up the job of gambling at the casino for a living, and I know that there are people that do it, but it's the same thing, right? And there's no production in that. You don't produce, and if everybody did it, what would you buy with the money that you purchased, the paper money that you got from trading on the stock, from gambling on the stock market? And if nobody produced, and people just don't get it, they don't get it. And I don't want a day trade. I don't want a part-time trade. I want to earn my living through producing real wealth and real goods, not gambling.